All right, let's talk about media interviews. You know, that high-stakes moment where you're in front of a camera or a microphone and everything feels like it's on the line. Whether you're a CEO or an expert in your field, it can be a make-or-break situation. So how do you go from just practicing to putting on a flawless performance? Let's get into it.
Does the very idea of facing a journalist's questions make your pulse quicken just a little bit? Yeah, trust me, you are not alone. The pressure is real, the lights feel hot, and it can seem like the whole world is watching your every move. It's the kind of thing that can shake up even the most confident pros.
And the stakes? They couldn't be higher. I mean, think about it. In a single interview, you're putting your reputation on the line, you're trying to land your key message, and most of the time you only get one shot to get it right. So, how do you make absolutely sure that one shot is a knockout?
Well, the answer, and this is really your secret weapon, is practice. And listen, I'm not talking about just mumbling some lines in front of the mirror. I mean structured, focused, effective practice. This is where you build a muscle memory for success, long before you ever step into the actual spotlight.
Okay, so what exactly is a media practice session? The key idea here is that it's a safe and supportive space. Think of it as a dress rehearsal, not a final exam. It's the one place where you can mess up, try out new ways of saying things, get some really honest feedback, and polish your skills without any real-world consequences.
So you're sold on the idea. But what actually happens in one of these sessions? What does it look like? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the nuts and bolts that make this whole process work so well.
It really comes down to this simple but incredibly powerful three-step cycle. First, you go through a mock interview, a simulation that feels as real as possible. Then comes the most important part, the feedback loop. And finally, based on what you learn, you refine your approach, and you do it again. It's this loop of doing, analyzing, and improving that creates real change.
Now let's talk more about this feedback loop, because this is where the magic really happens. See, it's not just one person's opinion. You get specific, individualized notes from the person leading the session, but you also get these amazing insights from your peers who are in the room with you. The whole point isn't to tear you down, it's to give you a 360-degree view so you can build yourself up. It's feedback like, hey, your answer was solid, but you didn't hit your key message until the very end. Let's try it again and lead with that.
And at the end of the day, the goal isn't just to, get through the interview. It's to actively improve. And I love this quote, the objective is to refine their delivery, enhance their messaging, and fine-tune their overall performance. Refine, enhance, and fine-tune. That's how you go from being just good enough to being truly great.
So, you put in the work, you go through the cycle, you listen to the feedback. What's the actual result? What really changes? This is where we see the real transformation. That shift from feeling anxious to feeling totally in command.
And honestly, the difference is like night and day. On one side, you have the person who's unprepared. They're hesitant, they might wander off message, and you can just feel the anxiety. But after this kind of practice, look at the right. You become confident, your communication is crystal clear, and you are consistently on point. It's a total game changer.
And we can see that improvement across these key areas. First, your messaging gets way sharper. Then, your delivery, your tone, your body language, all of it gets so much more polished. And when you combine those two, your overall performance just skyrockets. These aren't just fuzzy feelings, these are measurable improvements.
Ultimately, all of this work adds up to this one huge thing: 100% confidence and readiness. You're no longer walking into that interview just hoping you'll do well. You walk in knowing you are ready for whatever they throw at you.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Imagine you've got a huge interview tomorrow. Based on all of this, what is the single most important message you would need to nail? The one thing you'd want to practice and perfect? Think about it for a second, because whatever that is, that's your starting point for mastery.